There, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge medium oval 8-arm chandelier. This is going to be the 101308. This is going to be the one using the opaque water glass. It's our white glass. There's also another version of this, same piece of glass, but it's going to be clear with a little bit of a not swirl, but a little bit of a ripple, we're going to call it. That's going to be the 101309. Check that one out too. That's great fixture. Same fixture, different glass. Want to make sure you see them both. So let's get into details on this. This is going to be 17.75 inches overall height, 17 3/4 from the bottom of the fixture to where the first piece of chain starts at the top of that slender stalk. 43.1 inches long. It's an oval, don't forget. 27.6 inches wide. It's going to be awesome for a table that's 72 inches long, 84 inches long, 96 inches long, or in a situation, I've had people put this over kitchen islands before too. Also, if you guys have enough ceiling height, you can probably use this in situations where you're going to walk under it because it's not that tall a fixture. What I like about it, it's very short ceiling friendly. A lot of, you can take America and cut it in half across the top, bottom. Anything going north, the ceilings go down to keep the heat down. Anything down below, Florida, Texas, places like that, the ceilings have to go up because they need to get the heat off the floor and get it up. And so it's all about heating and cooling at the end of the day when you get into ceiling heights. So going back to our short ceiling friendly idea with this, most of the action, including the arms and the bottom of this with the glass, is going to be kind of near the bottom. There's a slender stalk going up, which means that you don't have to use a lot of chain to make this look really good. Even if you just used 1 or 2 pieces, it would still look fine. So that brings it right down to people who have like 7.5 foot ceilings. It could be you. So let's get into a lot of details on this. If you're on our page on the website, Handmade in Vermont, for this fixture, look over on the right hand side of your screen. I want to show you more information. There's a link. It's going to be installations instructions PDF. Can you open that up for me? Those are the install sheets that are going to be in the box when you get this, and they show you a lot of great information. Parts list, how things go together. They show you all the little things and little tricks, which I'm going to show you right now. You're going to notice on the drawings there's going to be a picture of this. This is a retaining ring tool. It's metal. It's going to come automatically with this. It's going to help you put the glass on, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. You're going to notice this is going to ship with 15 feet of wire, 36 inches of chain. So 3 feet of chain to begin with. If you guys need more chain, we sell it every day. Chain is an oval, obviously, and there's a long side and a short side, and there's a seam on one side of the long side, and there's a tool that opens and closes chain. Easy to do, so you can use as little or as much as you guys want. You obviously have to use at least 1 piece if you're going to be connecting this chandelier to the canopy, and there's a loop at the top right there where this hangs down from. Speaking of our canopy, so 5-inch round canopy, it's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have in your ceiling, so it's going to cover it up nice like that. It's a super light chandelier, so there's no weight restrictions on it. There's a bracket on the back of this, and that's how they connect up. So moving on, let's talk about lamping inside and what you guys can put into this. Hubbardton Forge says that you're going to be able to do a max of 60 watts in each of these sockets. It's a chandelier socket, so they're the type B bulbs, and that's just a little bulb we kind of grew up with to go into chandeliers. You can also do this kind of torpedo shape if you guys want. I tend to like this globe shape because it hides down inside of the wall pretty well. But if you want to go for incandescence, remember it's going to be a 60 watt max for the older kind of incandescence that we all grew up with. Lots of great LEDs that exist for this. So this number for this little guy is a G16, and that's the size and the shape of the bulb. G means globe, so remember it's round. This is also a G16, but it's a G16.5. And the deal is it's a little taller than its little incandescent friend. So LEDs need a driver, and there's a little circuit hiding in the bottom of this right there, so that's why it has to be a little bit bigger. So, but this is awesome as well. I think I picked these up on Amazon, and I got a whole bunch of them because we use a lot of bulbs in our showroom, obviously. But this is a 40 watt equivalent phosphorus LED, so just remember when you see this, I'll actually probably put a picture of it next to me. Cool thing about it is it dims beautifully. It throws a gorgeous light all around because these LED pieces are suspended way up inside it. It's also easy to get in and out of it, very easy. Dimmable, like I said before, it's a dimmable fixture. If you're going to be buying LEDs, buy them in the color temperature that you guys like. I talk about it all the time. I personally like this, and this is the incandescent glow of an incandescent bulb that we all grew up with, and that's going to be 3000 Kelvin. That's the warm white that's coming down on my hands from the LEDs above. Excuse me. Some of you guys are going to like the cooler, whiter daylight, and that's also called, well, it's called daylight full spectrum. Some people think of it as like doctor's office light. That's going to be that super white light. Some people absolutely love that. Most of people, and myself included, tend to like the warm white. It's really up to you. But if you're going to be putting this in here and you want this to kind of glow and kind of get warmed up, you do really want to go for that warm white. So 3000 Kelvin. If you're on the Amazon or any website, it'll tell you right off the bat. 3000 Kelvin warm white, 4000, 5000 Kelvin cool white light, daylight. Okay. Same deal if you're in a hardware store and you're looking at the box on these guys. Okay, so let's circle back to our little friend here. So retaining ring tool, you'll notice the socket actually has threading on the side of it, and the retaining rings, which are going to come with this automatically, obviously, are just going to thread down. And what they do is they push this beautiful piece of glass, opal glass, and I'll get into what opal's all about, down onto the fixture itself and retain it, hence the name. Little trick on how to do this is you take the retaining ring and you notice there's a flat side. That flat side is going to go against the glass, obviously. The ridge side is going to go into the flared end of this tool, and this is just going to be a proxy for your hand, basically, getting into the glass. So you see it's in there now. You're just going to lower this into the glass, onto the socket, and you're going to tighten it like that slowly. You don't want to break your glass. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And then when you're done, you're going to pop it out, and the retaining ring is going to be holding this on. You're going to take this, you're going to put it into a drawer in your kitchen, the junk drawer where the batteries are and like a pair of pliers. Make it go away and leave it there for the next 5 or 10 years, because someday you may need it, and you may be giving me a call if you don't find this, okay? So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't, I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video, so it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do, do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with, measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes, widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.